I put as emotion. Just give me the bar, I'ma score and you know this. I'm proper 4-5, you know I'm a hoe. I'ma keep on going, it's nothing I missed. Going on trips that stay on the list. You gotta stay down and be patient, that's it. You got to your goals, they see that you lit. Stock up the rocks, now I'm going on trips. I'ma keep going till I go to the end. We ain't taking no losses, we taking them guys. We gotta talk about money, I don't need no more friends. We gotta talk about money, I don't care what they say. 1K in a day, that's a cool little day. I step back and shoot like I'm playing no 2K. You gotta watch these females, don't fall for the bait. My money on time, ain't no delay. I try, but the real don't blend with the fake. He said he gon' check, he gon' fall on his face. He know everything, he don't know there's room for improvement. Lit up, start a movement. I'm stuck in my money, I know that I'm coolin'. You know that I'm coolin'. Stay all the way, cause I know what I'm doing. Teaching the youth, cause I'm an influence. He don't know nothing but the way that he talk. He don't got money by the way that he wait. Twinning them, baby, you know we the best. Standing on business and run up a check. Wasting my time, I don't know about that. I'm gonna profit that check right off the bat. You don't stand for nothing, you gon' fall for anything. OG just told me I gotta stay focused. He know I'm the one cause I put as emotion. Just give me the bar, I'ma score and you know this. I'ma score and you know this. Free tech. He think he know everything, he don't know there's room for improvement. Lit up, start a movement. I'm stuck in my money, I know that I'm coolin'. You know that I'm coolin'. Stay all the way cause I know what I'm doing. Teaching the youth cause I'm an influence. He don't know nothing but the way that he talk. He don't got money by the way that he dress. Twinning them, baby, you know we the best. Standing on business and run up a check. Wasting my time, I don't know about that. I'ma profit that check right off the bat. You don't stand for nothing, you gon' fall for anything. OG just told me I gotta stay focused. You know I'm the one cause I put as emotion. Just give me the bar, I'ma score and you know this. I'm proper 4-5, you know I'm a hoe. I'ma keep on going, it's nothing I missed. Going on trips that stay on the list. You gotta stay down and be patient, that's it. You got to your
Double R produced it.
Lil' bro did 20, think he standing on business. He worry about me, he need to mind his business. When OG was talking, I sat back and listened. That shit broke my heart, but it fixed my vision. Gotta train your mind to be stronger than your feelings. You gotta go hard from the start to the finish. It be guaranteed you trying to ruin your end. Think I worry about you, then you must be true. Some shit gon' happen, but that's just life. It's all about how you shake back and get right. Ty always gon' make sure I'm tight. He always influence me and give me advice. I'm brave, I could be 6 feet doing life. Some younger 14 ain't high as a kite. You gotta have motion to do what I do. Just give me the ball and watch what I do. I'm way to a point, can be paid for. I'm king of the jungle, hood like a zoo.
Black African Power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing a house. We come to do what we got to do, and we're going to do what we got to do. We standing tall. We standing strong. Hey, Bobby banging this bitch. What's good, family? What it do? What's good, man? Y'all know what it is, man. We here, man. We's enjoying that lesson Professor Peter Brand gave, man. It was top notch, man. You know, it's good to sit back and just be able to understand the value of what was coming out the mouth of the expert on ancient African civilizations, man. The archaeology, the DNA, the geography, it actually transcends color, because you can lie as a white person, but the geography don't lie. And you can lie as a black person, but the DNA don't lie. And you can just lie because you're a dishonest human being, but the evolution don't lie. So we deal with the science, man, because it brings us right up against what we're trying to learn. Been trying to tell people for years, man, look, we might get in these situations of arguing and fighting in the back and the forth and all that, man. And yeah, man, It don't make no sense, man. The value of understanding expertise and expert information will bring us through. It will put us where we need to be on par. We can go anywhere in the world, yo, and have an intelligent conversation. Scientific literacy fights hard to remove your biases. We're all biased. We all like what we like and love what we love. Big up to Juju. What's going on, Juju? What it do? Pseudo Killer Official. What it do? Omar Reed. What it do? Black Panther. What's good? What it do? Thurman, I see you, man. Top notch member, man. Appreciate you, man. Why don't y'all go hit that membership, man? I think it's like $2.99. Sister Safa, what it do? What it do? What it do? Shit, member 2. So we want to keep moving forward, man, and giving that real information, man, and just have a good conversation based off of some things he talked about. And, you know, I always make the point, man, that when we having a high level conversation, right? And we pick out the geography, the area that we want to talk about. In these case, for the last couple of months, man, we talked about the Nile Valley, right? We talked about the Sahara, and you can't talk about the geography, well, you can, right? But if you start to talk about the populations, the civilizations, then you got to talk about the people. And if you're talking about the people, you got to talk about their evolution in those areas and their migrations in those areas. These things are essential to getting a good grasp on African history. Now, we didn't get it that way. Got a whole lot of hoopla, and it was led by the skin color theme. The skin color theme, the dark skin color theme, and the big lips, and the big nose, and the peppercorn hair. Man, we didn't know we was practicing racism, white supremacy at levels unbeknown to ourselves. Who knew that we was actually promoting racism, right? When we deified big noses, big lips, and peppercorn hair and dark skin. We was like in some kind of wild cartoon where you get encaged and enslaved and brought from your land and your area, you know what I'm saying? And you pop out on the other side in full color, promoting the very thing that enslaved you in the first place. God damn. What the hell is going on? What can get us off of that mark, man? And I'm here to say today, look, man, scientific literacy, man, gonna help you cool that wild shit down. Because you should love a person, you know what I'm saying, whether he dark skin or light skin and all the range in between. I tell my sons all the time, look, man, black women come in all flavors and colors and sizes. I got a super light skinned baby mother and a dark skinned baby mother. That's how you do it if that's how you saying you want to do it. So what I'm saying is, man, look, we range, man. We should never let people take us off our square, man, and throw us in a predicament of foolery where we later on down the line profess to be intelligent and teaching somebody something, and we come off wild and ragged, making no damn sense at all. And so that's where we was at, man. And so we bring the literacy of science so that we can understand the tales in the information, in the folklore, in the storytelling from African people. You see, I learned a long time ago from John Henry Clark. He said, man, study European history first. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Then I read it again in Chancellor Williams' work in The Destruction of the Black Civilization, Great Issues in Race from 4000 BCE till now. Because that's where all the damn artifacts is, man. Go to Europe, yo. You go to the British Museum, one of the largest museums in the world. Go to Washington, D.C., right? Some of the biggest museums. Go to New York City, several museums with African artifacts. Stolen. When nobody saying, yo, go ahead and give me 500 for that, give me 2,500 for that, give me 10,000 for this. No. By way of colonialism, they filled their museums. And this is my favorite right here. Look at this. My favorite. Watch this. I'm gonna make sure y'all join the conversation too, man. What y'all gotta say, man? But this is my favorite right here. I like to bring this up. This is my calling card right here. When I'm talking about artifacts and stolen artifacts and staying on brand. Look, what I tell you about them damn artifacts, right? Slim Bay, man, what's good, man? Hit up on this panel, man. Y'all get up on this panel, man. We want to talk about artifacts, y'all? Let's talk about some damn artifacts while we at it. Man, y'all need to go ahead and join that server too, man. Join the server, man. All right. Join the damn server, man. Join the crew. What's intelligent conversations going on in there, man? Brother Chilimbe did a great show. The whole Native America thing is wow. We're going to go full blown on that. I swear we is. I swear we is, man. Telling you we is. All right. So, we all see that right there, man. Get right to it, yo. List of Egyptian artifacts. List of museums of Egyptian antiquities. The numbers are actually staggering. Right? So, the Grand Museum, that's cool. All right? It's located in Cairo, housed in Cairo. So, they supposed to have that. When you start to moving down in London and England, and they got 100,000 artifacts, 100,000, the history and collection of ancient Egypt. Look, and Sudan department. Look, they got that. There's really stolen artifacts, bro. I wonder if they're ever going to return them. Nope. Now, this is my favorite. This is my favorite right here. Not to include the 2001 donation. Look, of 6 million artifacts, right? The Windorf collection of Egyptian and Sudanese prehistory. Really? Man, how serious is this dude Windorf that he would give up 6 million? Man, that say 6 million right there, man. Not 1,000, not 100,000, not 300,000, but 6 million. Not a million, but 6 million. 6 million. Crazy, right? 6 million? Man, that man got 6 million artifacts, man, that he gave to the damn museum. That's crazy to me right there. I can't even figure out how. Just imagine in your mind, yo, having 6 million artifacts. 6 million. That's it. Did I read that wrong? And he donated. 6 million. 6 million. Look, Berlin, Germany, 800,000. Petrie Museum. Petrie Museum. Look. London, England. 80,000 artifacts. The Louvre in France. 77. 404 artifacts. National Museum, Egypt, Cairo. Shit, they got more artifacts in all around the European nations than they do in Egypt. How the hell did that come about? By the gun. Of course. Well, not all of them, but for the most part, during the times of colonialism. Boston Museum of Fine Arts, 45,000. 45,000. Michigan, University of Pennsylvania, we've been there. 42,000 artifacts. Oxford, England, 40,000. They just, they killing them. Killing them. Oriental Institute, Chicago, 30,000, 26,000. New York City, Canada, 25,000. Spread Berkeley, 17,000. Spread all around the world. Cambridge, 16,000. 16,000. Liverpool, Cambridge, Italy, 14,000. Vienna, Austria. What the hell do Vienna, Austria have to do with anything? Anything got a museum, though, huh? You know, I love museums because that's where you start at with the stolen African artifacts. Remember I talked about if you read the work of Chancellor, he tells you where to start at. There you go. 17,000, 11,000. Lidden, Moscow, Russia in on the take. They in on the cash. Got theyself a stash, 8,000. Germany, another stash, 8,000. Germany, another 8,000. Saxon, Germany. You know the Saxons. What the hell they doing with African artifacts? Atlanta, Georgia, 7,000. Durham, England, 6,700. Greece, 6,000. Warsaw, Poland. Damn. Black community don't got none. Yeah, you ain't supposed to have none. England, 8,000. Look, over 1,000. It's just, over 100. And we know Juju got some artifacts. Juju got some artifacts. Hey, Juju, the hell with that, yo. You say the hell with that. I got some artifacts. Juju name got to be on this damn list, yo, because she definitely an African American and she got some artifacts. The hell with all that. Other significant collections with unspecified numbers. I don't even like this word unspecified. Got so much. It's unspecified. Just whatever. We just got it. American Museum of Natural History. Man. New York City. They don't want to disclose their number. So this is what this is, man. Other or minor collections. All in the United States, Australia, Canada. Listen, museum with Egyptian bodies. Mummies. South Africa, Asia, Israel. Why Israel? Why they need some damn mummies? India, Europe. Look at that. Look. France, Germany, Greece, Ireland. These are all the daggone mummies. Portugal, Netherlands, Switzerland, United Kingdom. Look, they got all the mummies. They got all the dead bodies. They got all the African bodies. North America, United States. So they not only stole artifacts, they stole bodies too. And y'all know in African tradition, the sacredness. And y'all know in Native American culture, the sacredness. And y'all know in American culture, the sacredness of the bodies. And y'all know in African American culture, the sacredness of the body. You ain't gonna go dig your damn grandmother up and put on display, right? We do this for science, though. See, that's the difference. And I bring us to this point to tell you what the difference was. We wasn't doing that. One, taking bones and measuring them, right? Indigenous cultures wasn't doing that. They understood the sacredness. Okay. But let's take a look at this, though. Keeping something buried is definitely sacred. Digging something up to learn more about it, can that be considered sacred? That's one of them questions on the table. Is that sacredness or defilement? What y'all think? I'm thinking that unearthing graves has allowed us to learn a lot about humanity in the past. And as we learn about humanity in the past, we can learn how to move things forward in the future. So it's your religion that actually ties you and make things sacred. It's your religion. It's your belief. It's your love and your belief. But in reality, it's the body, it's bones. And the person is not there anymore. Where the person should be safely niched at or etched at is right here. That's why I always say that's all you got in this world is your friends and families and your memories of that. Because once they're gone, they're gone. And it's the memories and the attitudes you had towards each other and the treatment or the mistreatment thereof. It's all you got, your memories. Because a dead body is a dead body and they're not there. It's biodegradable. And you say, man, that's what you, come on, man. And I'm saying that's just reality. Like African Americans at high levels, when they die, they're not giving up their hearts. They're not giving up eyes. I ain't signed shit. Get in a car accident, bury y'all minds. I ain't burning myself up. You save yourself thousands and thousands of dollars, though, huh? But it's your religion, right? It's your belief. It's the way you was raised to tie you into that. So yes, it was far important, far more important. I don't know about the stealing part though, but the scientific aspect of it was important, right? And maybe and I think once they make casts of these bodies and these bones and stuff, they get the the things they need. I think they need to put them back in their resting place. But it is important to study that. It absolutely is. So we just had that good interview with Winneman, man. And back to the point I was making, man, he actually put he talked about evolution. He said how we was all Africans. I know that kind of threw some people. You looking at him like, man, he's damn African, but he was giving you a like a bird's eye view of humanity. Now, when you get right into when you come right here, right, when you start to see skin color and you start to see all the divisions and stuff like that, what he did was he panned out. What that's all you seen was humanity. And so we're all African apes from the savannas, right? That mutated over time in geography. So certain geological features, certain geographies formulate and start to cause other genes to mutate. And certain traits are picked and chosen based off the environment. For instance, the simple one we can all understand, those who live closer to the equator, for the most part, they're going to be darker than those that live farther away from the equator. From an evolutionary sense, it makes sense. That's why it was easy work for those who are scientifically literate to understand the range of skin color. We understood it based off of studying textbooks. We understood it by hearing those who are experts in said subjects. We understood that. It was easy for us to see how you just saying Egyptians was jet black just didn't make no sense based off of a river that's a conduit of gene flow. Didn't make sense to have a monolith population. Didn't make sense, did it? All one color, looking like cartoons. So we knew that the conversation was going to be wild. Because those who don't want to study science and don't want to study anthropology or just get the basics of it. And you don't even got to know, you don't even got to read an anthropology book. not telling y'all to read an anthropology book. We got them. If you're in a Serbia, we got anthropology books that y'all can download and get an understanding of what a textbook is. You know, textbooks are great. Sosa says it all the time. Textbooks is the level there. It's where they is after they had a consensus, right? You know what I mean? And they put the consensus in the textbooks. You should say you believe in Darwin theory because you're talking Darwin as a fact. I like that statement right there. John Jones, evolution is a fact. John Jones, and it's not only a fact, it's a theory. Evolution is a fact and a theory. Any Juju. Dulcinea was a nut. Dulcinea is a nut. Yeah. Evolution is a fact and theory, man. John Jones, you should learn it. It'll help you understand the Egyptian conversation, right? You won't make that mistake. Yeah, absolutely, man. So, you know, let me see. Hold on, let me see. Let me find this source for you. Mm-hmm. Hold on. All right, here you go. Zan, what's good, brother? How you doing? We'll do two things here. So, evolution is a fact and a theory. Wikipedia page. Doom. National Center of Science Education. Evolution is a fact and a theory. Come back to the Wikipedia page. All right. Get back to the Wikipedia page. All right. So many scientists and philosophers of science have described evolution as a fact and a theory. I want to move right here. It say each of the words evolution, fact, and theory have several meanings in different contexts. All right. In biology, evolution refers to observed, you hear that? Observed changes in organisms over successive generations. Remember, evolution does not occur in a person or a lion or a bird or a cricket or a plant. Evolution occurs in the population of plants, in the population of birds, in the population of humans, in the population of insects. Evolution refers to observed changes in organisms over successive generations. I mean, you got to have babies. You got to have not only babies, you got to have viable offspring, because you can just have babies that don't make it to the age of reproduction and die, okay? And they can't pass on their genes. So organisms over successive generations to their descent from a common ancestor, and at a technical level to a change in gene frequency. That's the mutation, your frequency. Alleles, frequency. Alleles are variations of genes, or gene frequency is a relative frequency of an allele, okay, at a particular locus in the population, expressed as a fraction or percentage. It says over time, it can also refer to exploratory theories, such as Charles Darwin theory of natural selection, which explains the mechanisms of evolution, Remember, I talked about there's mechanisms. Natural selection is a mechanism, one of the mechanisms that cause evolution, which explains the mechanisms of evolution. Watch this. To a scientist, fact can be described as repeatable observation capable of great consensus. We talk about consensus, we talk about scientific consensus. It can refer to something that is so well established, right, that nobody in a community disagrees with it. And it can also refer to the truth or falsity of a proposition. To the public, theory can mean an opinion or conjecture. But among scientists, this is important, but among scientists, it has a much stronger connotation as well-established explanation. There you go. With this number of choices, people can often talk past each other, and meanings become a subject of linguistic analysis. So there you go. Evidence of evolution continues to be accumulated and tested. So they're not stopping, right? In all fields of science, it don't stop. In the field of linguistics, they don't stop. They say the scientific literature includes statements by evolutionary biologists, philosophers of science, demonstrating some of the different perspectives on evolution as a fact and a theory, and that's my point. So we don't got to fight that or argue that, right? We right on par where we supposed to be at, man. You want to add something to that, Zane? You got something to say, brother? So yeah, you is definitely out of there. Mr. Gamble, how you doing?
Is it again?
I'm just speaking to you, brother. How you doing?
All right. Thought this was one of them talks in the Discord, but since I'm out here,
Huh?
uh, since I'm out here, I thought, I thought this was a Discord convo. But
Oh, you thought I was in the Discord? Oh.
yeah, it's all good though. I mean,
Let
I,
me through the thing in
I
here.
got a few questions,
Okay.
but it's
All
like,
right.
what make you think people don't get? I mean, why doesn't this get through to people? Like, what, what make them what's the word? Be contrary. What's their contrarian point of view as to why they can get evolution across in their mind?
One, it stops you in your tracks. Two, it stops you from making ridiculous statements about populations in Africa. And if you use evolution, and if you understand it, then a lot of arguments that we have in this community now get shut all the way down. So if you understand that variation wins the day, diversity, just having enough diversity to fight off certain diseases is so fundamental for the survivability of organisms. You know what I'm saying? That to have everybody looking the same way, humans wouldn't have made it. Right? Wouldn't have made it. Some disease would have came and wiped us out. We have a great example in real time, coronavirus. Everybody just didn't catch coronavirus. Right? Some people were asymptomatic. Some
Yeah,
people got sick and died. Right? Some people have long-term COVID. Some people just didn't catch it, like I said. So why? Because of the variations in the genes, right? And when you have variations in the genes, right, you can have variations in everything. Everything has a variant to it. That there's no one skin color, right? We all look the same, cookie cutter. That's not reality. That's not evolution. And so if I can convince you that evolution is a fact and a theory, then you can no longer argue with me that the Egyptians look one particular way. You couldn't make that argument. You would have to adhere to what Blonsky said in her video. And she showed the different color hands, getting darker, as they got to the equator. different skin color, different variations, different types of textures of hair. So the racism says that you got the peppercorn hair. That's the racist. That's the racism. And you only look like what the West African is the only real African, and the Central African is the only real African. But they don't want to talk about the Nubians. See, they don't want to talk about the Ethiopians. See, they don't want to talk about the Khoisan with the epileptic fold, peppercorn hair. So they don't want to talk about that. So yeah, if you go to the base of these conversations of human populations is to understand evolution. And I kind of disagree with you, Mr. Gamble. He said evolution has progressed so much further. It say than what Darwin initial theory. It is not his anymore. So you're trying to get an emotional response than a factual one. Oh, you telling John Jones? What? John Jones. Oh,
Guess he's
okay.
talking to
So
somebody
I don't
else.
know
Yeah.
what John Jones was saying, but the natural selection is natural selection, though, yo. Yeah, that ain't changed. I'm a gamble. I'm on your side. Let me tell you what has actually changed, though. And during Darwin's time, that's the only mechanism they knew. All right. Now they know genetic drift. Horizontal gene transfer. All right. So you got about 6, 7 of them. So that's the difference now. But natural selection, humans been knowing about natural selection for a while because in the domestication process, which they call artificial selection, where you forcibly breed uh indesirable traits. And that's why I always say, they tried to breed us, yo. Crazy as hell. And they actually did by the thousands. When slavery became illegal in the rest of the world, they had breeding farms in North America and Alabama South. I mean, one of the
All
books
right.
talk about
So
that.
look,
Mm-hmm.
to these back to the genes, right?
Back to the
Right.
G.
Some people would say, not this point is pseudo, but I'm gonna say it.
What? Go ahead,
Now
say it.
people would say like, as black people with melanin, we have this God gene. You heard of that, right?
Yeah. All right, let's
So,
let's let's do it. Go ahead. I want to show you
so
something. Okay.
they even given the research or the feedback to that, and do they even imagine that the God gene can evolve?
The God gene. I never heard of that. What the hell is the God gene, yo?
They just say that black people would, I guess it's basically the melanin in our body
All right. Okay. I like the
that
melon.
they believe that's why they believe that diseases and all this stuff don't exist because even whatever anything that infects us, the God gene is doesn't it that's what we need instead of vaccines and stuff like that.
Oh,
'Cause
that's crazy.
they have killed anything that comes in our body. And we're
Uh,
strong. That makes us stronger than the other race. We got
hmm.
this God.
Oh, okay. Let's bring up something. All right. We ain't even getting to Egyptologists yet. We're gonna move right there. Modern humans. Hold on. I'm come to a textbook, and I'm gonna show you exactly what it is. I'm not sure if y'all seen this. Evolution and genetics. Hold on. I think one of no. Let's see. Primates, evolution and genetics, studying the past, early hominids, archaic humans. Where would that be? That would be in the evolution,
I don't know. To be honest, I don't think that's something you can look at first. That's
huh?
something they just say on social media. I don't never see them pull up an article about anything like that.
You would. I know you wouldn't think that.
Of course not. Somebody said that to me while during the pandemic. Not trying to teach them, man. You gotta get that vaccine, man. You're like, and she was like, nah, you don't even need that if we got a God gene. I'm like,
Oh
I
man,
don't, I ain't even gonna ask you about it.
damn. Well, all right. Then hold on. Let me get right here real quick. That's funny. And we done heard a lot, right? All right. So, oh man, map 17. Let me come to this map. Map 18. Hold on. Come to this melon map real quick. Man, man. Yeah, I never heard that. All right. Skin color. Let's see. Look at map 7. Distribution of human skin. Native outside of Asia. Skin. Hold on. I want to. Let me see. Distribution. I want to actually come to the chapter on it. So if let me show you this real quick. And hold on. All right. Before I get there, so this is what we was on Scrambled Minds, me and Juju, and they couldn't understand this because they didn't understand that theory was a fact. Theory, it was the evolution of the theory and the fact. But see, scientific understanding requires both fact and theories that can explain those facts in a coherent manner. Evolution in this context is both a fact and a theory. It is an uncontrovertible fact that organisms have changed or evolved during the history of life on Earth. And biologists have identified and investigated mechanisms. See, remember I talk about mechanisms and natural selection is just one that can explain the major patterns of change. That's it, right? Incontrovertible. And we looked at what that word was. Incontrovertible. All right. See, not able to be denied or disputed. So that's why I didn't even worth yelling and screaming at people no more, yo. I mean, once you realize you become the idiot, howling and screaming. For what? They have nothing. Okay. Not at all. So this the skin map, but I'm gonna share this, but that ain't what I wanted to share. I wanted to get there's a serious map I want to put y'all on. Man, come on now. I ain't ready to share the book. Oh, that's crazy. See if I can do that. Nope, can't see that. Can you, Zan? Zan say this. I ain't never heard of that, though. Let me see if I can get back.
Yeah, we ain't sharing nothing right now.
I know I'm not. Selecting share. That ain't what I want to share. I want to share something serious. Nope, I can't even. If I wanted to show you the daggone anthropology book, I couldn't. Damn, that's terrible. Let me see here. I'm gonna have to do it this way then. Think I. What page I got it on? Don't want to do it this way because I ain't never shared it on the screen. I think I want to see that. I think I really want to show y'all that, man. Because you talking about melanin. I want to show actually. Hold on. I know y'all ain't seen this. Good one. Let's see. Okay. Damn it. Nope. Let me see. All right. Let's see. Page. Religion? No. Hold on 1 second. Evolutionary approach. No, what the hell is it? All right. Okay. Skin color. All right. Skin color page 223. 221. All right, let me go here. I don't know why I can't square this thing so y'all can actually see this. This is stupid. That don't make no sense. Man, this thing y'all just be acting crazy sometime, man. So I'm gonna have to do it this way. Hold on, I'm gonna get there though, Zan. I'm gonna get there. Give me 2 seconds on that. And let me drop these sources for y'all to put it into your community skeptic folders, real black atheist folder. Right? I want y'all to start compiling these sources again, man. So y'all can have it on hand when you're talking to your family members and have download to your iPhones and you just be right on par, yo, with the real scientific data, yo. That way you ain't. So I want to be able to give you a good source and an encyclopedia source. Yeah, John Jones. So what is John Jones talking about? John Jones, Darwin theory is so is the beauty is in its simplicity, simplicity. That's the beauty of the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? That it wasn't nothing real complicated. It was right in front of our face the whole time. I tell people all the time, go ahead to go to your backyard right now. Take your kids outside. Go to an area where it's shade at all the time and watch the ecosystem change. All right. You're gonna find different variety of plants and stuff. Certain plants ain't growing in the shade. You ever thought about that? Hold on. Very, 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 very simplistic. Yeah. Now we start talking about gene frequencies and getting but Charles Darwin he looked at birds and the beak sizes and he recognized that the birds, the finches that were getting worms from areas where the sand was deep had longer beaks, and in the areas where the sand was short had shorter beaks. Why? The shorter beaks couldn't have got to the quote unquote worms, and then they seen it happen in real time. They seen it happen in real time. Wow, I think it was a flood came in the Galapagos Islands. It was a flood situation.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, was he in the Galapagos Islands?
Uh-huh. Yep. 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 They call them
So,
Charles Darwin finches.
so was he studying the birds of paradise?
I don't know about that. The hell is that?
That's a whole. It's a lot of. It's like a very. I don't know. It's something they're doing recently, and it's like a various. There's a various amount of birds that they're trying to put together, but they can't really nail down if they're in the same species or not.
Oh,
That's
okay.
over like 20, over like 20 types of birds. I don't know if they're all finches.
Okay. But I know that the point I want to make here is it was a flood, and in that damn flood, the daggone birds they could get to the them damn worms, they started to evolve because they got more food than the other birds than the other birds were. It was crazy as hell. And they seen it actually occur. They went back and picked up the dead birds. They was like, wow, these birds didn't make it. All right, I think I found. All right, I'm getting right to it. Oh, I didn't say page 120. All right, I'm getting to it. 121. Damn it. Almost. We can share this so we can see in real time just what melanin is for real. We don't got to guess about it. We can see the advantages and disadvantages. All right. So no matter, there's no getting around it. And for us to be intelligent, we have to understand that. All right. Genetics, Charles Darwin recognized that the natural selection, that for natural selection to operate, there must be a variety in the population undergoing selection. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get to page 121. 121. Number 120. $121. 10. Let me get right to it. Human variation. An adaptation. One drop rule, and put the one drop rule on you. They black kids. That's the one drop rule. Yeah. All right, 119. Okay. All right, genetic markers don't correlate with phenotypes. So everybody in the Egyptian conversation on the other side going too hard. Genetic markers don't correlate with phenotypes. Remember that? I don't want to get into that, but I just wanted to just throw that out there real quick. But let me get here. This is what I want y'all to see. I hadn't seen this before. All right. Let me see how they look on the screen. I want y'all to really get a good look at this. Really, really, let me hit it just a little bit more. Let's see what it look like. Let me see. Yeah, I want y'all to really get a good look at this. This is good right here. Probably to change the time. Okay. This is advantages and disadvantages depending on an environment of dark and light skin. So let's really talk about this thing. Also shown are cultural alternatives that can make up for biological disadvantages and examples of natural selection operating today in relation to skin color, right? So we so there's cultural alternatives. So the Egyptians, you looking for them to be jet black or whatever, right? They definitely not going to be as dark as they used to be, because there's things we can do now, all right, that can slow down the harmful rays of the sun. Like sunscreen. Okay, so dark skin. Let's talk about dark skin for a minute. What's the advantages of dark skin? All right, in the tropics, I want y'all to know you're in America, you're not living in the tropics. You're just not in the tropics. All right, reduce susceptibility to folic destruction. This folic is a vitamin the body produces. All right, that's why we have the blocker melanin blocking that destructive UVA rays, okay? Because it attacks the folic in humans, the folic acid in humans, specifically women. So, susceptibility reduces the susceptibility to folic destruction and thus to NTDs, that's neural tube disorders, including spinal bifidus, prevents sunburn, we know that, and thus enhances sweating, thermoregulation. That's like controlling the temperature, your body. All right. Prevents sunburn, thus enhances sweating. So we have more sweat glands. All right. Reduces disease susceptibility. Okay. That's important for the early hominids in Africa to have reduced disease susceptibility, right? Reduces risk of skin cancer. Disadvantages. Outside of the tropic, reduces UVA absorption. We are outside the tropics. All right. And your dark, beautiful skin, right, ain't such an advantage in North America. I just want to let y'all know. All right. Okay. Increased susceptibility to risk to rickets and osteoporosis. All right. That's, your bones and all that get brittle. Okay. Cultural alternatives. Foods, vitamin D supplements. East Asian and Northern UK, Essex, and modern diets. Now, light skin color. So we've seen the disadvantages wasn't a lot, was it? Light skin color. Advantages. Oh, Dark skin. Melanin is a natural sunscreen. So is sunscreen. So that's your so yeah. That's the God right there. You want to talk about the God? Yeah, well, it's just sunscreen. But that sunscreen is important for producing valuable offspring. I did all that to get to that. I wanted to show you what it really was and how we got hornswoggled and bamboozled. And the damn melanin is essential, not for what they said. And I forget the name of the doctor, Juju. I know you know the name of the doctor that came in and messed up the whole community with the bullshit. It was definitely a flaming pseudo. Got all the elders saying it. It's the craziest thing about, I mean, some of the elders we love, man. We can read some of their books. I ain't even gonna mention it. People get mad about mentioning it. The sister name that wrote the book with the melanin in it. And the pool balls and all that. If I say her name, y'all hate me. Light skin color, no natural sunscreen. What's the advantages? Outside of tropics, it does what? It emits UV. Okay? Body manufactures vitamin D and thus prevents rickets and osteoporosis. That's the advantage. Disadvantages, a whole lot of them. Increased susceptibility to folic destruction and thus to NTDs, including spina bifida, impaired spermatogenesis. Okay, that means like you're not producing a lot of sperm, right? Impaired, increased susceptibility to sunburn, and thus to impaired sweating and poor thermoregulation. All right. So if you think about it, when you in the northern regions, you don't want to be doing a lot of sweating because it's cold. You want to sweat, but not a lot. Freeze up, freeze your brain, right? Look, increased disease susceptibility. Increases susceptibility to skin cancer. And so look, you got folic acid supplements, right? So if any of y'all got children, they give them the neonatal vitamins. They give you folic supplements. See, y'all ain't even know it.
So I got a question.
What's the question?
The thermoregulation
Mm-hmm.
is
Sperm.
that
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
dark
That's the
in
sweat glands.
yes in the dark skin. Is that the reason why they're less susceptible to diseases? Because the disease it
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
survive it can't survive in a hot environment. So
I don't know about that. I ain't gonna just talk. I don't know.
yeah, I mean that's what I want to get to.
Oh no, the disease is everywhere, but there's a correlation there, right?
The certain diseases such as whereas all the
I ain't gonna die.
all the flus and influenza that's in America, they say it gets higher in the wintertime, stuff like that. So I was wondering like is that like a cause of why internally,
Look it
not
up.
just not in the outward environment, but on the inside of your body,
I mean, to look it
those
up.
diseases not surviving, in a hotter area, in a hotter environment, such as a light-skinned person who can't produce that much thermal, internal thermal energy in their body.
Well, that's why they keep hospitals so cold though. Because actually,
Yeah.
bacteria and shit flourish in warm environments. But so here, shelter. This is what I want to talk about with the Egyptians. The shelter, sunscreen and lotions. Yo, so they got all that now. Got all that right now. You can literally get in your car after work, get in the AC, and go home. You ain't gotta be outside. All right. So I know this is right here. So here's the two right here that's responsible for that theory on skin, right? Jablonski and Chaplin. And let's see, studies confirm that Africans and African Americans have a low incidence of severe folic deficiency, even amongst individuals with marginal nutritional status. So even people with bad diets. Folic also plays a role in another process that is central to reproduction, spermatogenesis. It say the production of sperm. Okay. Now here's a study. It say in mice and in rats, folic deficiency can cause male sterility. It may well play a similar role in humans. It may well play. All right. All right. So today, of course, the course of cultural alternatives to biological adaptation permit light-skinned people to survive in the tropics and dark-skinned people, see, to live in the far north. Okay. Watch this. People can clothe themselves and seek shelter from the sun. They can use artificial sunscreen if they lack the natural protection that melanin provides. Dark-skinned people living in the north indeed must get vitamin D from their diets or take supplements. Says today pregnant women are routinely advised to take folic acid or folic supplements, okay, as a hedge against NTDs. Even so, light skin color still is correlated with higher incidences of spina bifida. Spina bifida. There you go. All right. So I just wanted to, just kind of give you the real deal on what it was and why, and to make this match up with our conversation as far as the Nile Valley. That's easy. Why? All the Egyptians ain't jet black. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not walking around the hunter-gatherer. Yeah, they got everything you need to be light, if that's what you so choose to be. Go to Cairo, they definitely more lighter. Where you at, Juju? I guess you're just not jumping on Juju. Where was you at, Juju? You probably was somewhere else. So, the conversation with the Egyptologist was fire. I thought he did a great job at presenting his case. There's a particular area in the video that I wanted to go over real quick here. Man, hit the like and subscribe, man. Also, man, hit that Cash App, man. Show some love, man. We in here late night, man. We doing our thing, man. Show some love, man. Put us where we need to be, man. We working. This work for us right now. Make sure y'all go ahead and join the server, man. Good conversations, man. All right. We go live in the server a lot. It's important. All right. Yeah. You're in there talking. What is John Jones? What is you talking about? It says so. A scientific theory is a prediction. Yeah. Scientific theories make predictions, bro. That's what make it serious. We ain't talking about a prophecy. I'm gonna give you how serious it gets. Anybody that be around long enough, groups of humans, right, that's been around long enough, can actually start to say, we know at this time the seasons will change. All you gotta be around is a lifetime. From 1 to 5, right? 2 years. Okay, to be around paying attention for 2 years, meaning you see it happen. You see winter, spring, and fall. Summer, winter, spring, and fall. All right. See it again. Summer, winter, spring, and fall. Then you can make a prediction that, man, it's going to be summer, winter, spring, and fall again. And you can pass it on generations and see that's a prediction. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about that you can predict something that we have never seen before. That's the scientific prediction, Mr. John Jones, that we talked about, right? That means you're out there on the frontier, right? So theories, okay, puts us out on the frontiers and allows us to make scientific predictions. Let me give you one case in point. Charles Darwin made a scientific prediction. And what was the scientific prediction? Based off of the extinct apes, based off of extinct animals in any place he went, right? That you couldn't find them anymore, right? But he could see their progenitors. He could see where they came. He could see What came out of that? So they found apes, extinct apes. That's what they found. It was no longer around. And he said, based off of that, right, we'll find the origin of humanity. That later on, right, we will find, you know what I'm saying, and humans coming from that. That was his prediction. It was a scientific prediction. And guess what? He was right. Because during his time, they didn't find no ancient human bones. They just found apes. He predicted that we would find them. You can read it in one of my favorite atheists, John Jackson, reading his book. Oh, got it right there on cue right there. But yeah, he talks about that scientific prediction that Charles Darwin made in chapter 2, I believe. Yeah, chapter 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So right here, yeah, John, you got to stop, John. Look, John. Yeah, John, you got to stop, John. You're having fun, John. John's having fun. Let him have fun, Juju. Let him beat him up. Let me see.
Which I'd love to talk about, but this wide range,
Yeah.
but also becoming patrons of the pharaohs. And, if you will, bought people with gold, how they used it. Happy to be on your podcast and look forward to this discussion.
So y'all look, we had that.
Gentlemen, let me
I showed y'all the uncut, yo. I hit y'all with the uncut, the early, you know, the interview before the interview. See, that's what y'all missed that, and it showed you interview with the interview. I want to get the Diops.
And he otherwise was a bit different than the normal aspects of Amun that you see otherwise.
Hold on, let me get the
They
Diops.
also then ruled over Egypt, just already in the 1950s or 1960s. Nobody believes it anymore. And
Okay.
they are not.
Your internet is going in and out. Yeah, he was giving some.
Old, but these theories were obsolete before I was born, or in the scientific. His approach to dating pottery is still considered scientifically. There's no question.
So he's talking about scientific racism, right? You hear a lot of people on the other side hollering to the top of their lungs, beating their chest, that Egyptology is racist, absolutely racist. Now, I'm not saying this shit is crystal clean, squeaky clean. That's not what I'm saying. But it ain't what the hell they talking about, and they flim-flamming us, right? Because every Egyptologist I interviewed, whether it was Chinese, whether it was Irish, whether it was an American, Australian, they all said the same thing. Same with Deborah Hurd, African American, from the Ethiopian school. All said the same thing. So let's play this right here. This is an important part of the interview. I want to make sure it was kind of choppy, but I want to make sure we get this.
That Egyptology 100 years ago in the late 1800s and early 1900s were like most of society, if not all of society, openly and blatantly racist, certainly from our perspective.
Okay, so back in, like he said, in the 50s, 60s, for whatever, they was blatantly, overtly racist. Right? All right, so he's telling you that. He's not telling you that to trick you. He's telling you because they're not hiding it. All right? Because they understand it was wrong. They understand it didn't fit or mesh with science. That it was a socially constructed idea. One drop rule. American style. So he's talking about the scientific racism in the field, man. So nobody hide. So when y'all say that, y'all ain't telling us nothing slick. Y'all ain't saying nothing slick to a can of oil. They all admit that. Nobody downplays it. They say what it is, and they keep it moving. What we do is we take it as the reason for why the hell what we saying is right. That's a trick.
Although they didn't think of themselves that way. But I mean, by modern terms, it was just openly racist. And there was even what we would call today, scientific racism, and what
Absolutely.
consideredly, what is today considered a pseudoscience. But some of the great
Pseudoscience. Let me look y'all in the damn face. Other communities use the word pseudoscience. The great John Henry Clark used the word pseudo. Europeans and them pseudoscientific ideas. Mm-hmm. John, what you got in there, John? If you think a scientific theory is someone guessing or predicting, then why do scientists do experiments? To prove their prediction. Ha ha. To verify their prediction. Ha ha ha. Because we're not just taking a word for it. Scientists don't take the words of other scientists. They want to duplicate and replicate the data. And so they do experimentations. Let's move on, John. Let's go. Pick up the John.
Egyptologists, even some of the founders of scientific approaches to archaeology,
Breasted, like breasted in them.
Mm-hmm. Flinders Petrie, in terms of his approach to dating pottery, is still considered scientifically, basically, although it's been improved, scientifically sound. Okay. But his ideas about the racial components of Egyptian society and his theories about how Egyptians civilization rose because, basically, to put it crudely, smart white European people invaded and took over from the native dumb black population that hadn't made it out of the Stone Age, is like not only utterly racist and scientifically completely false, but I mean it's just stupid. But I mean, ever since at least the 1960s, new generations of archaeologists and anthropologists put these kind of old racist, but also scientifically, false ideas to bed, and nobody believes them or in the scientific or in the Egyptological community.
See, nobody believes in the scientific community or the Egyptological community. Nobody believes it. So why y'all trying to promote like they believe it? Why y'all trying to promote that they trying to get you? Why y'all trying to say you listen to the white man science? Why y'all playing with us, yo? Yeah, it's nothing you can hide. It's in the books. Yeah. Now watch what he continues to say.
To some extent, doesn't completely down, or at least the bad reputation that it's had hasn't always tricked on. And I think, in many ways, African American community, Afrocentrist approach are still sort of holding white Egypt to account for the sins of our ancestors from hundreds ago, thinking that we still buy into this crap.
Now see, why I like Peter? Because he wasn't playing. He wasn't afraid to talk about the untalkable. He wasn't afraid to talk about that. He wasn't afraid to say what it was that we needed them to say. He just said it. What he said was, he said that those ideas that fostered in early Egyptology and in science is hogwash today. In that the Afrocentric community is still holding us to it. Sins of our father. So what they fathers did, you hold them accountable for it in science and Egyptology. Now, I'm not saying don't pay attention. I'm saying, man, let everybody work on their merits, man. Look at the data, man. Let them operate on their own merits and judge them and critique them from there, because you might just miss something.
Also, let it be known that's an elder thing. Not our elder, but he's an elder.
Yeah, he's not my elder. No, he's a no. But he's definitely, let's finish. Mm.
When we moved on, I mean, if we still buy into the pro are still sort of holding white Egypt to account for the sins of our ancestors from hundreds ago, thinking that we still buy into this crap.
Mm.
When we moved on, I mean, these theories. I'm 56 old, but these theories were obsolete before I was born, and now, as I say, as social justice and social, civil rights is moving, and even, and of course, as more progressive politics, etc., has even more and more taken over in academia. Somebody like Uros Madic has even become more, if you will, progressive, and even challenging things that were from my generation and my professor's generation, and is moving even beyond further into this. And when he writes his book, is trying to go even more cutting to new wave of challenging even ideas that were current in the 1980s about ethnicity and race, trying to weigh ideas that were still considered valid 30 years ago, and challenging ethnicity.
Your internet is going in and out. Yeah, so he said they even challenging ideas from the 80s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, right? See, they fighting to put it in Egypt in his African context, man. So I'm telling you, I don't even know why we had to even fight like this, man. I don't understand it, bro.
That's exactly what we wanted, right?
Right, I thought that's what we wanted, yo. So you're gonna bring up Diop's name? Let's see. Oh, that's
Hey, Peter,
Oh,
Peter,
yeah,
hold on one second.
it's like black, white. That's kind of, I'm trying to get them to stop using the racialized terms like black and white. Like indigenous Africans, or deal with the ethnicity and what they thought.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it just circled in and out. Well, I can just try to go back, but I'm not sure why this keeps happening. Well, what I was saying, 100 years ago, you had essentially, white academia, like most white society, was essentially race, and there was even a form of what we call scientific racism.
So he double tripling down on it. Make sure you heard what he said.
Where the scientific theories that are put forward were openly racist. And somebody like the great archaeologist William Flinders Petrie, and although his theories about dating pottery are still considered racist, of how we archaeologically based on pottery are still sound. The ideas, for instance, about the or ethnic identity of different peoples in Egypt and other foreign peoples. He had this idea that if you put it simply, it amounts to that Egypt's civilization arose from prehistory because smart white Europeans invaded Egypt and took over from the unintelligent black population, and were the ones who were responsible for creating Egypt's civilization. I mean, this is totally wrong. It was just already in the 1950s or 1960s. Nobody believes it anymore, and they are not just scientifically false. Today, it just looks both and ridiculous.
So nobody believes that anymore. Why is it that I'm arguing with cats? I'm gonna use that word, cats, right? That act like people believe that. That's crazy. We gotta ask Reggie. Hey, Reggie, they don't believe that no more, yo. Nobody believes that. It's laughable. You hear what this man just said? Nobody believes that anymore. No credible scientist believes that. No credible person working in any of those fields believes that.
We gotta put themselves in the rooms, man.
they got to get outside a little bit, yo, because we definitely outside.
And they are not just scientifically false. Today, it just looks both and ridiculous.
So we was arguing with people who just look ridiculous. I'm trying to tell you, I was looking ridiculous. They just outright ridiculous, man. I fell all into it, man. Ah, man. Come on, man. Not only scientifically false to promote race in racialized terms, you look ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Crazy. It shows what you have read, what you have not read. Come on, man.
But again, even before I was born, there weren't Egyptians that accepted this. Today, as we move forward, even ideas that were current, like in the 1980s, are now being challenged. And so much more nuanced and better understanding of ethnicity, and new scholarship is being done to better understand how the Egyptians viewed themselves.
Could you? Okay. I hear you. So you're saying it's basically, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So you're saying the scholarship is based in trying to understand how the indigenous populations represented themselves. So how would you categorize it? Would you say like, would it be proper to say that to a certain extent they would be indigenous Africans, or just Egyptians with different groups coming in, mixing in with them? How would you do that?
Yeah, now Egyptians would have considered themselves first and foremost Egyptians.
Okay.
When we talk, that's another thing. I mean, it isn't just ideas about race.
Look, man, the Egyptians wouldn't even have called themselves Africans, black, green, purple. They would have called themselves Egyptians, yo. They was Egyptians. They was nationalists, yo. They felt like Egyptian culture was the best. Not only Egyptian culture, but old culture. The old was the better. This is the cultural context, yo, when we study these civilizations, yo, specifically in the Nile Valley, specifically in Egypt, upper and lower.
But whether people considered themselves black or white, it was more about who they saw themselves in terms of what we might call their ethnicity, which wasn't so much about race as it was about culture. To be Egyptian, it didn't matter what your skin color was. It was about, did you speak the Egyptian language? Did you follow Egyptian cultural ways? So they didn't look down on the Nubians or the Libyans or the Canaanites because of the color of their skin or their physical appearance. They looked down on them because they didn't speak Egyptian, because they didn't dress like Egyptian, because they didn't follow cultural norms. But if somebody from Syria or somebody from Nubia came to Egypt and they adopted Egyptian cultural norms, they spoke Egyptian and dressed like Egyptian, they were Egyptian, regardless of what their skin color was or even necessarily where they came from.
All right, so let's just support that. We're going to support that. We're going to come to ethnic identities in the land of the pharaohs. Oris Matrix, Cambridge Elements. Right here, page 10. Get the book. Stop looking ridiculous. I ain't telling you to read nothing. You put the shit in ChatGPT. Kid, you never read nothing. You don't got to read this to get the understanding. Trust me, you can just look in your local encyclopedia or find a good video from a good cop, or look at this video. It's an expert. Right. I'm just supporting them with some visual documentation. Page 10, 1.3. It say being Egyptian and being foreign over 3,000 years of ethnogenesis. It says Egyptian could be anyone who inhabited the urban zones. The urban zones. Not in the desert, but the urban zones. You know, with the black. Let me stop. Black dirt. Doesn't say that though, but we know where the urban cities are, right? Anyone that inhabited the urban zones of the Nile Valley, and that's Assman, 1996, page 97. As spelled 2006, page 452. Myers, 2001, page 177. It's 3 sources. It's let me read this again. An Egyptian could be anyone who inhabited the urban zones of the Nile Valley, spoke Egyptian, that's what he said, spoke the Egyptian language, worshiped the Egyptian gods, and was loyal to the Egyptian state. No matter if he or she was born in Egypt or not. That's what make you a damn Egyptian. Not the color of your skin, not whether you come from Palestine or Judea, not whether you come from Nubia or Libya or West damn Africa. That ain't what make you a damn Egyptian. And yet they argued for months. Stay on their head. Don't give no air.
And foreign peoples, unless they were brought by force, prisoners of war, somehow emigrated to Egypt, they would become, especially after a few generations, regardless of what their ultimate origins were and their appearance. But if they didn't essentially assimilate, then they would remain foreigners. And the Egyptians, there were always new peoples coming by choice or by force to Egypt, but they would assimilate, if not, in one generation, then after multiple generations, or even after the second generation. And so again, it wasn't about what we would call race or their physical appearance. It was more about culture. But the Egyptians were definitely cultural chauvinists. They looked down on people because they weren't Egyptian, but not because of what they looked like or what we would call race. Now, one of the other things that more recent research, there's a fellow, and maybe you know him sometime, his name is Stuart Tyson Smith, who has been looking at the concept of cultural and ethnic identity, looking at Egypt and its empire in Nubia during the New Kingdom, and Cushites and Egypt as they were in contact with one another. And he talks about, and I think this is interesting too, is how ethnic identity, and he doesn't really talk so much about race as ethnic identity,
correct,
as how that flexible and perspective. And he gives an example named Hek. This man Hekenefer is sort of an official of the Egyptian empire based in Nubia. And Hekenefer considers himself to be Egyptian. He's of Nubian birth. But in his tomb in Nubia, he depicts himself as a typical Egyptian. He shows himself with red skin. He has an Egyptian name. Hekenefer is an Egyptian name. And he depicts himself as an Egyptian, but he's an imperial official in Nubia, and his boss is the viceroy of Nubia, who's an Egyptian official, who has a tomb in Thebes from the time of King Tutankhamun. And in this tomb, he shows a scene where it's Nubian dignitaries coming to pay tribute to the pharaoh Tutankhamun. And labeled among the officials that are coming, or the grandees who are coming to pay homage and pay their tribute of gold and other goods to the pharaoh, is a figure labeled Hekenefer, is shown as a typical Nubian with black skin in Nubian dress and with a Nubian hairstyle. And it's the same guy. So in Nubia, in his own tomb, Hekenefer depicts himself as a typical Egyptian with reddish skin and an Egyptian costume, claiming to be an Egyptian. But in his boss's tomb in Egypt, his boss, the viceroy of Kush, depicts him as a Nubian. So which is the real Hekenefer? It depends on your perspective.
That's interesting right there.
And the question is, which one is right? Who knows?
So don't jump out the window.
I don't know which one is right. But the thing is, it's all a matter of perspective. They're both a little bit right. But in this case, it depends on the perspective of who to think he's that an Egyptian, and his boss wants to suspect that he's there.
Man, I went too far. I wanted to hit it there when we talk about
And they are not just scientifically false, based on pottery. Well, I can just try to go back, but I'm not sure why this keeps new wave of challenging even ideas that were 50 years old. But these theories were obsolete before scientifically, false ideas today, and scientifically sound. But as ideas of, there's no question that Egyptology 100 years ago in the late
roles,
yes,
past, present,
from foreign people today, and said, "Oh my God, that person looks like Ramses II. Oh my God, that person looks like Kingston Peoples." Sort of things that Egyptologists have been, basically fighting against and trying to get away from. Is that 100 years ago? I teach a course called Egyptian Historiography, where we look at how Egyptologists and how modern historians write about the ancient Egyptian past. And 100 years ago, there's no question that Egyptology 100 years ago in the late 1800s and the early 1900s were like most of society, if not all of society, openly and blatantly racist, certainly from our perspective, although they didn't think of themselves that way. But I mean, by modern terms, it was just openly racist. And there was even what we would call today, scientific racism.
Absolutely.
And considerably, what is today considered pseudoscience. But some of the great Egyptologists, even some of the founders of scientific approaches to archaeology, scientifically, false, as social justice and social, civil.
Your internet's going.
Is things about dating pottery are still considered as dispute.
And how the indigenous populations are.
They spoke Egyptian and dressed the Egyptian empire in.
Oh, lucky I can't find that part. Man, all right, man, we almost at the 2-hour mark, man. Zan, I appreciate you coming through, man. Yeah, John Jones, you just trying to have some fun, yo. Crazy, he's in there running rampant.
Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate you having me on.
All right, man, appreciate you, bro.
Went ahead, had to be together. All right, peace.
All right, man, peace. Hey, man, show some love, man. We've been working tonight, man. All right. Yeah. Yeah, he crazy, man. We ain't worrying about what algae he believe in, man. Scientists can have beliefs, man. Scientists can believe in God, man. Let me go over this. Let me see. We got some love here. Let me read the love, man. Ladosha, man. Appreciate you, man. Alexander Torres, man. Thanks for the love, man. And Onyx, man. Appreciate you. Chuck Morgan, man. Appreciate the love, man. All day, every day. All day, every day. We're going to get Ladosha up here, man. She got a business, man. She's an expert, beautician, professional, Black woman, businesswoman. We got to get her up here. We definitely want to do that. All right, looking forward to that, man. Yeah, so that was a great one right there. Yeah, Ladosha. We definitely, we got to get you up here. I don't think I ever interviewed you on my channel, neither. Got to get you up here, shorty. Appreciate you. I ain't even know you was in the bushes. She was in the bushes. God damn. Well, I'm glad I ain't say nothing. Wow, that damn Ladosha. Fire. Dark skin beauty right there. I tell you, met her in person. It's the real deal. Very professional businesswoman. Beautiful shop. Yep, doing the thing. Yep. Yeah, man, we done had some fun, man. Appreciate everybody that came through, man. How Darwin came up with the hominids. Darwin didn't have no hominids, bro. Man, hold on, man. What he did was, he found extinct apes. And later on, they found it. That was the damn prediction, bro. God dang, Johnny Jonesy. That was a prediction. He predicted they're gonna find something that predated humans. They hadn't found it. Yeah, but he made a prediction we're gonna find it because he was seeing extinct apes and shit. He said, "I'm making a prediction, that one day we're gonna find it." I need to find it because you can talk shit all day. I ain't putting nothing real in the air. Putting nothing real in the air, bro. You just talking 5 miles an hour about nothing. Talk about nothing. Have fun. I ain't gonna find it. Where is it, man? God and Civilization. I always gotta have a copy. Me, my favorite atheist. Knock it off, Sanjetti. Knock it off, man. Y'all still spooking. Spooked out. They still spooked out. I think I wanted to read my introduction to y'all, man. Let me see. I cannot find it. Sorry about that. Yeah, Johnny, I'm gonna give you some time. Add time. You got the time, man. Glad to have you running through here like that, Johnny. Johnny boy. All right, let me get to this. Let me read this forward to y'all, man. Chapter 1. Let me see. Chapter 1. What we got? Broader consensus debate. Concluding Greenberg cascades and first languages, groundbreaking and remains influential, but it has been refined and modified in light of new research methods. Classifications for African. Yeah, man. Solomon was crazy with that. Human chronology. Human evolution. Chronology, human evolution. Dun 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 dun. A need for real black atheism. And the first book was Chronology of Human Evolution. Black Atheism Explained. This one is book 2, Chronology of Human Evolution. A need for real black atheism. All right. Chapter 1, a need for more real black atheism. All right. Journey in human evolution. All right. Is a testament to the power and knowledge and progress of the human thought. However, in many communities, including African American communities, there is a critical need for more individuals to embrace real black atheism and secular humanism. The prevalence of religious beliefs often intersects with social, economic, and cultural issues. Yeah, when you dumb, you have less money. When you put religion all the way out there and don't focus on what you need to do, you start to be broke. Poor people really go to church, right? Secular humanism. It says the prevalence of religious belief often intersect with the social, economic, and cultural issues, which can sometimes hinder progress and critical thinking. We know that, and break up friendships. Historical context and challenges. African American communities have a rich history entwined with religious beliefs, often stemming from the church's role during slavery and the civil rights movement. While religion has provided solace and a sense of community, it has also, in some cases, limited the scope of inquiry and acceptance of scientific thought. That's why y'all be fighting so hard. Not here, not this channel, right? But the other spaces. They fighting hard, man. Why? Because their scope has been limited, right? Has been limited. Their inquiry has been limited, right? And they refuse to accept scientific thought, Mr. John. They say by encouraging more individuals to adapt to atheism, we promote a culture of critical thinking, skepticism, and reliance on evidence-based reasoning. The role of education and scientific literacy. Education and scientific literacy are crucial in empowering individuals to make informed decisions. Real Black atheism encourages a deep understanding of science, technology, and the natural world, free from constraints of religious dogma. This shift not only enhances personal growth, but also contributes to the broader community of intellectual and economic advancement. Always talking about food, clothes, and shelter, ladies and gentlemen. Addressing misconceptions and promoting inclusivity. It says there are many misconceptions about atheism, particularly within the African American communities. Real Black atheists aim to dispel myths and promote an exclusive environment where individuals can explore questions, beliefs, right, without being fear of getting ostracized. That's why y'all can't tell y'all families that y'all just don't believe. That's why you can't tell grandma and your mom. You can tell your cousin, but you ain't gonna tell your grandmother and your auntie. You're gonna leave her alone. So we're trying to foster an open dialogue and understanding we can bring gaps and encourage more people to consider having a secular worldview. The important impact in social and economic development. A community that embraces secular and real Black atheism is better equipped to tackle social, economic challenges through rational policies and progressive thinking. Real Black atheism advocates for evidence-based solutions to issue such an education, such as education, healthcare, and social justices, ensuring that decisions are made with the best available knowledge and without religious bias. So when we talking about the Nile Valley, and people keep bringing up the daggone scientific racism, right? And the Egypt, you acting like that shit's bubbling hard like that. That man just came in there and told you that no, the field has actually changed. We don't think that way. Matter of fact, we think it to be absolutely silly. So in conclusion, a call to action. The need for more Black atheism is not just about rejecting religious beliefs. It's just not, y'all. It's not about that. But about embracing a worldview that prioritizes reason, evidence, and humanistic value. By increasing the presence of atheism in African American communities, we can pave the way for more enlightened, progressive, exclusive, and an exclusive society. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Listen, man. Let me see. Not really. Made that up. Come on, Sonic. Come on, yo. You're doing too much, man. Come on, yo. You got to go all the way back to the House of Wisdom, yo. I don't want to be objective, yo. Yeah, I'm not. What I am telling you is Islam ain't doing that, yo. Nile Valley Goons TV, what's up, man? Big up. I just don't agree with you, Sonic. They don't focus on that, man. They don't. If they focused on that, yo, they wouldn't be getting beat the hell up. like they do, right? They wouldn't be. They'd be right there. I am trying to be objective. I'm playing with you, bro. The point I want to make is Isonic is that they have religious states. They don't separate. Listen, the key to winning, right? So we talk about this all the time. 300. Let me get a counter. Let me get it. Watch this. Look, check this out, y'all. Homo sapiens sapiens 350,000 years old. Homo sapiens sapiens 350,000 years old. 350,000 years old. Keep that in mind. Homo sapiens sapiens 350,000 years old. Well, what does this represent? It took them 350,000 years to get to this. Let's see. Now, remember when I talked about real black atheism in my first chapter, right? Look. Here. It said that Edwin Smith, stolen artifact, papyrus, written in ancient Egyptian script around 1,900 to 1,600 BCE. Is the earliest. Oh man, can't see it right there. Oh boy. All righty. It's the earliest known medical literature, consisting of 48 case histories. It describes the conditions, diagnosis, and treatment in a rational and systematic way. In a rational and systematic way. I want to get the 1,900 BCE or 1,600 BCE. Hold on. Subtract 1,900 and you get it took humans 348,100 years to get to this. That's how long it took to get to be rational. Wow. And separate your religion, right? They didn't quite make it. The Egyptians didn't quite make it. They was tittering. Because if you look at this Smith's papyrus, and with Smith papyrus, right, you'll see on the other page, goddammit, they reintroduced the daggone gods and the magical spells and shit. But they had to separately, but they couldn't get out the way. Imagine you getting a prescription from a damn doctor, right? And at the bottom of the daggone thing, it say John 3:16. And you be like, what the hell is going on? That's what that's like. Had not separated completely. They was trying to pull away. Them Europeans did it. They was able to do it. All right. The Muslims couldn't do it. The Muslims was trying to do it, and God damn it, they put them right back in it. The Mongols came in and ransacked the House of Wisdom, and that was it. And they ain't been back on time. They reached one golden age of science. We can look at it. One golden age. The Muslims proved they can't handle science. Shit. They don't bring up Islam. Come on, yo, do better. Them damn Europeans did, though. Them Christians did. Them Christians put their money and they stayed there. They might have killed you for it, though. I ain't gonna lie about that. All right, whatever, man. I'm just talking about Asana. You throwing unnecessary shots, bro. You tripping. Stop it, bro. Not growing on that. I don't gotta grow on that. It's right in front of our face. Man, we can look at the technology. We can see that India does a far better job. You know what I'm saying? We can look at China. They do a far better job of separating that. Man, hell, they got their own. They got their traditional medicine, and they got goddamn real medicine right beside it. Yo, you go to Africa, it ain't bubbling like they ain't doing it like that. like they supposed to, right? They trying. You can look at it. Look at traditional medicines, right? You got to put traditional medicine over here, right? And you got to put modern medicine right here. I had a whole debate on that shit, man. Got to separate it. There are going to be things that you can look back at with science, right? And take from traditional medicines and grab some of them herbs and do the proper methodology on it. You know what I'm saying? And get some of that active ingredient out of it and figure it out right. And you're going to always keep it on the radar. But see, that's not what I'm saying. You got to separate that shit. You can't go to the hospital and give somebody some chicken bark root, no matter what. That's not happening. That's not evidence-based medicine. That's what I'm saying. That the Muslims, with I'm being unbiased, they don't do that. They're not there. It's obvious. They're not there. Yeah, see how Sonic, you just like throwing shots. America got me. Nah, got you. You've been around African Americans too long, yo. It got you. Got you sounding crazy right now, Sonic. Yeah. Anyway, man, I'm out of here, man. Not gonna sit here and argue with our Sonic, man, for no reason. Come on, bro. Like, you can't do that, yo. You gotta keep it above board, man. That's keep it functional, man. Keep it functional, bro. Gotta keep it functional, bro. I'm gonna drop this source for you, yo. Let me show you how well Islam promotes science. Let me show you. Hold on. Bring up one Wikipedia page, kill you. Watch this. Let me get you out of here. I saw it. Hell, we can talk about Islam, how during the Crusades, yo, the daggone Muslims was far advanced than the Europeans was, yo. Damn Europeans couldn't even tell time. When they ran up on the Muslims, they was telling time and everything, yo. What happened, yo? Think about it, Sonic. They fell, yo. That's the point I'm trying to make. Here you go, Sonic. This for you. This one's for you. This one's for you. This one for you, Sonic. You can see how far they fell from grace. There you go. This one's for you. Golden Age was a period of scientific, economic, and cultural flourishing in the history of Islam, traditionally dated at the 8th century to the 13th century, yo. This period is traditionally understood to have begun during the reign of the Abbasid Caliph, Harun al-Rashid. Okay? All right? Look, what I say, I said it, the house of wisdom. All right. All right. 887 to 809 with the inauguration of the House of Wisdom, which saw scholars from all over the Muslim world flock to Baghdad. Remember, Baghdad was the capital of the Muslim empire, right? It's the world's largest city by then, all right? To translate the known world's classical knowledge into Arabic and Persian was the classical knowledge, the classical civilizations. Egypt, all right? What's another classical civilization? Greece, all right? Rome. It this period is traditionally said to have ended with the collapse of the Abbasid Caliph due to the Mongol invasion. I talked about that. And the siege of Baghdad in 12 collapsed. Done. Out of there. Ain't returned yet. There are a few alternative timelines. Some scholars extend the end date to the Golden Age around 1350. It's including the Timurid Renaissance, the Timurid Renaissance within it. It's while others place the end of the Islamic Golden Age, as late as the end of the 15th, 16th century, including the rise of the Islamic gunpowder empires. Y'all probably never heard of the gunpowder empires. Historical history and concepts. The metaphor of the Golden Age began to apply in the 19th century literature about Islamic history in the context of the West aerostatic fashion known as what? The Orientalists. The point I want to make here is that they only had one golden age, bro. All right. So no, Islam ain't a flourishing place anymore for science and technology. It used to be. This what I'm talking about. When you start saying that they promoting science, no, they don't. They promote religious states. They have religious states. Hell, Africa don't even do that. Come on, yo. Juju talked about al-Jahid. Abu Uthman ibn al-Khalim. All right, hold on. Al-Jahid. Let's see. All right, was a polymath, author, worked literature, theology, zoology, philosophy, grammar, dialectic, rhetoric, philosophy, linguistics, and political, religious, polemics. It seems Young's work has been credited with describing the principles related to what? Natural selection, ethology, and the function of ecosystems. There you go. All right. Let's see what his mother and father is real quick and we can get out of here. Al-Jahid, let's see. Not much is known about Al-Jahid's early life, but his family was very poor. Born in Basra, early 160 February, let's see, 776 is asserted in his book. He wrote in, it was a number of bands. Let me see. Oh, man. However, his grandfather, however, the grandfather of Al-Jahid was reportedly, Black Jamal, a Jamal, or Hamal. That's a porter. All right. Manuscripts differ. So his grandfather. Man, hit us with a one drip black move, one drop move. Hold on. Was grandfather, let me see. The names may, however, have been confused. His nephew also reported that Al-Jahid's grandfather was a black cameleer. Okay. And the early Islamic Arabic designation of black, okay, was used to describe people of Zut and Zan. All right. Based on this, several scholars have stated that Al-Jahid descended from one of these black communities, with some even suggesting that he was possibly of African descent. There you go. Stay right there. What is source at for that? Hugs and Jude. Islamic Thought. There's a book right there for y'all. Islamic Thought from Muhammad, September 11th, 2001. And they got this chapter right here on Al-Jahid. So get that book and you can read up right here on Al-Jahid. Glory black upon the whites. His grandfather was a Negro right here. Say famous grammar Abu al-Badis was reminded of Al-Jahid by his grandfather, the Negro Cameleer. Okay. In any case, Al-Jahid was not shy and confused because of his black color. On the contrary, he wrote the treatise called Al-Sudan al-Bitman, the glory of the blacks upon the whites. There you go. All right. We have it. Well, what's up with you, Kent? I sounded say, what, yo? I am African educated in Kent. What? I'm African educated in Canada. I'm here for unity and to respect you. Ask Juju. All you're saying I said in chat tonight. What? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Come on, man. What's going on, Kent? I ain't saying you're not, man. Why is you getting this twisted, man? You're getting it twisted up. You're getting it twisted up a little bit there, bro. I think we got like a cultural kind of like missing each other or something right there. Yo, I ain't banging on you, bro. I'm just saying, you said some things I didn't agree with. And obviously I said some things you didn't agree with. And that's dope, yo. We ain't tripping like that. Come on, yo. I ain't say you was disrespecting me, bro. Gotta relax, man. I do see your damn stance. I see your stance. You trying to act like the Muslims really promote science. That's what your damn stance is. I ain't gonna let you run away from that, Sonic. Yeah, I cannot let you run away from that. I'm not gonna let you run away from that. You're definitely thinking that these Muslims is promoting science. That ain't since the days of Al Jahid, yo. They ain't doing that. They ain't standing up there. I ain't saying they ain't got a science department, yo, but they of course. All nations gotta have a science department, yo, but they ain't cracking like they ain't reaching golden ages no more. Yeah, they got religious states, yo. They have not separated church from state, bro. Now, that's real. They refuse to. They not doing it. We can look that up. They ain't doing that. In the United States of America, yo, trust me, yo, you separate church from state. What? All right, man. Let me stop, man. You gotta get on here and just say it for yourself, man. Seriously, yo. Yeah, we should be disagreeing. Yes, we should be. We can disagree. I disagree all the time with stuff if I don't agree with it. Yeah, I didn't know. Now I'm talking about the level of golden agery, bro. I'm saying these European nations have, since they got beat up by the Muslims, they got beat down, broken down to real compounds, called the Crusades, they got the shit beat out of them. I mean, and they passed that damn torch to them, sons, yo. So if we was back then, I would say, yeah, that in actuality, when after the Roman Empire fell, right, the Muslims picked up the mantle of science, yo. They did. And then they fell, but they passed it on, you know what I'm saying, to the Europeans. And ain't got back since. That's what happened, yo. He's still on gunpowder, yo, whatever, yo. Anyway, man, listen, man. I'm out here, man. Get in. What's up, man? Who arguing with you about apes and monkeys? Yeah, humans are apes. Yeah. Anyway, man, I thought it was a good show, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate the Discord, Sonic, man. You know ain't nothing but love right here, yo. Hey, Kent, you still up, yo? Come to think of it. Yeah, man. Look, let me hit you with one of these, Kent. I'm gonna go out with this, man. I'm gonna go out with the twins, yo.
He gon' fall on his face. He know everything, he don't know there's room for improvement. Lit up, start a movement. I'm stuck in my money, I know that I'm coolin'. You know that I'm coolin'. Stay all the way, cause I know what I'm doing. Teaching the youth, cause I'm an influence. He don't know nothing but the way that he talk. He don't got money by the way that he wait. Twinning them, baby, you know we the best. Standing on business and run up a check. Wasting my time, I don't know about that. I'm gonna profit that check right off the bat. If you don't stand for nothing, you gon' fall for anything. OG just told me I gotta stay focused. He know I'm the one, cause I put us in motion. Just give me the ball, I'ma score and you know this. I'ma score and you know this. Free tech.
Double R produced
Y'all know it's Friday night, man. Hit that cash app going out the door. Support. Hey.
to mind his business. When OG was talking, I sat back and listened. That shit broke my heart, but it fixed my vision. Gotta train your mind to be stronger than your feelings. You gotta go hard from the start to the finish. It be damaged people trying to ruin your end. Think I'm worried about you, you must be tripping. Some shit gon' happen, but that's just life. It's all about how you shake back and get right. Ty always gon' make sure I'm tight. He always influence me and give me advice. I'm brave, I could be 6 feet doing life. Some younger 14 ain't high as a kite. You gotta have motion to do what I do. Just give me the ball and watch what I do. I'm way too on point, can be paid for a fool. I'm king of the jungle, hood like this.
Hey. Big up to Chuck Morgan. Hey. Shorty and I'm cranking that all day. Hey. Yeah, man, listen to them twins.
Big up, stop playing.
Stop playing. Hey. Hey. Hey.
I be running my city, my niggas on lookout. Cap ass nigga, he lie by the mill now. Proof and Indian pill now. Smoking on, ain't nobody can see now. Trapping state to state, bitch, I'm in the Greyhound. Remember them long nights at the playground.
I remember them long nights at the playground. I was down bad, I had to stay down. You lose your life, you better stop playing around. I ain't had nothing, got it straight from the ground. I was patiently waiting, but I want that shit now. They lied to you, they don't care if it's foul. Got me a bucket and one in the foul. They was faking they love, but I'm mad that I'm seeing it now.
Freedom in. Hit a lick with my brother, we trap on the low. All my niggas just ain't with a scope. Got all of my niggas be ready to go.
What happened is staying and flow. This ain't no competition, they was running too slow. I do it for time, you already know. Delusional vision, I'm really trying to chase my goals. I had to cut off the hose. I gotta make that shit happen cause I know that I'm chosen. I'm locked in and focused, no I ain't dozing. I know that I'm special, man, I got the post. Man, I'm taking off, man, I'm coasting. I'm real live a sneaky bucket like the Rosen. I'm taking they spot and I'm all on notice. I'm getting the bar and I'm scoring, but they already know this. It's crunch time, I ain't choking. For real, I feel like I'm shocking the pain cause I'm thugging and posting.
I be running my city, my niggas on lookout. Cap ass nigga, he lie by the mill now. Proof and Indian pill now. Smoking on, ain't nobody can see now. Trapping state to state, bitch, I'm in the Greyhound. Remember them long nights at the playground. Trapping state to state, bitch, I'm in the Greyhound. Remember them long nights at the playground. Don't play with the game, nigga, you gon' get wet. My killer invisible, he silhouette. Got Drake in the back of that nigga a vet. And I'm with my brother, I ain't playing no chess. Let me rest in peace, RJ, put him to rest. My nigga a dog, my nigga a vet.
Hey. The after show. Hey.
Stop playing.
Stop playing. Black African Power, y'all. I'm your host, Bobby Banger. That was the Twins, man. And with that, we out. Red Dot, stop playing.